Yep, there's the... Wow, alright. You really managed to... Holy... Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, we are actually going to be doing something a little bit different. Now, this is going to be a recovery, but it's not going to be as similar to some of my previous recoveries as you might expect. Now, what you're seeing on screen right now is a completely new tow truck setup that I have never used before. Now, we started off with a base of the Western Star 47X NF1430, which is part of the Western Star DLC, and we're actually using a combination of the LC 3.8 loading crane and the Glitchworks Heavy Wrecker platform. Now, as you can see, this frame is so long that there's actually some space in between the wrecker body and the crane that I couldn't really eliminate when I did this build, but other than that, this is honestly, in my opinion, a really cool wrecker setup, especially if you have a map that allows for a lot of road usage, which is why this truck's got basically a highway setup on it, which the map that we are on right now, which is in the near north region, it's the first map in the near north region, this should apply to this map really well. And if you guys enjoy these recovery videos, let me know in the comment section down below if you would like to see more. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop on in the truck and head on out to our recovery today, which just so happens to be a wrecked, brand new Duramax 3500 dually, which is gonna be quite the recovery. Supposedly, the person is backwards, facing the opposite direction in the ditch, wedged up against a cliffside on the side of a highway. So this is definitely gonna be quite the recovery, isn't it, Beans? Yeah, most likely. All right, so we're actually gonna see if we can get on out there fairly composed. We're not going to try to completely send it on the way out there. We're going to drive, you know, with a little bit of pace, but we're not going to go super over the top. We're not going to go overboard. We're not going to drive like we're trying to set any land speed records on the way there, which, to some of y'all's surprise, may be different than how you're used to seeing me drive here on this channel, but we can really go either way. I do wish that on this map, I do wish these traffic lights actually worked, because you can pull up to the intersection and stop if you want to, but there's no, like, rotating lights to tell you, like, oh, it's green or yellow or red. I wish that was a function in SnowRunner maps. I think it would be a really cool function, actually, and I think it would also add a lot of immersion to the game. Now, driving down a section of road like this, like a 4-lane, through a small town or a kind of a mountain town like we're dealing with here, like mountain/harbor town, it really does provide a nice level of immersion, but I think, you know, a couple more things like animated traffic lights and stuff like that would really amp up that immersion factor even more. And I find that with a setup like this that's fairly road focused, I don't really have all that much issue with traction on pavement until I really start getting after it. Like, if I really start getting after it, then I start to have some issues here and there, but unless I'm fully sending it, then I don't have all that much to worry about. Now, we are flat out right now, but we're trying to climb this hill, so it's not really... Oh, did it go back to first? God, it went all the way back to first. I'm not sure what gear it was in when we were going up the hill, probably 5th or 6th in the 8-speed, but dang, I did not expect it to go all the way back to first gear. That's pretty wild. Now, I think for me, when I'm cruising along the like the back roads or the highway in this truck, half throttle in about 7th is a good place to be. I don't know who the heck left this trailer here. What an absolute idiot to leave their trailer in the middle of the road. Who would ever do that? I have absolutely no idea. Certainly not me. Wink, wink. All right, so let's make our way a little bit further on down this road, and once we get on the highway, we should be pretty close to where we need to be. As you can tell, I've accessorized this truck's cabin a decent bit. Like I said before, we got beans on the dash. We've also got the dice chilling out up there on the ceiling, and if you can see down in the corners of the windshield, we've also got some window stickers as well. Normally, I don't put the window stickers on these trucks, but I feel like this one, for whatever reason, they just seemed to fit. I love these massive mirrors, by the way. You can see a lot out of the mirrors. I do find that the trucks in this Western Star pack are really nice for driving an interior view. Like, I find myself enjoying interior view more with the trucks in the Western Star pack, a little bit more so than some of the other trucks, especially some of the other vanilla trucks. Like, I really just like the interiors on these Western Stars. All right, so this is gonna be our on-ramp on the left. Well, let's just make sure we don't overshoot it like crazy, but also make sure that we don't drive into the grass. And let's go ahead and give her the beans on the way down. I mean, the purpose... Oh, God. The purpose of these on-ramps is to accelerate, right? All right, so let's go ahead and actually, as we get a little bit closer, we need to keep an eye out for where this truck is. I'm going to go ahead and put our beacon lights on. And now that we've got our beacon lights on, we should be getting pretty close. If I remember correctly, at least according to the report that I had, this is about where that wrecked Chevy is. So let's see if we can find said wrecked Chevy. Should be just about along here, unless they gave me the incorrect information, which I don't think they... Oh, there we go. Yep, there's the... Wow, all right. You really managed to... Holy... They really managed to stuff that one, didn't they? Holy smokes. I gotta pull my phone out and get a photo of that one, because that's gnarly. That is freaking wild, dude. I'm gonna actually turn the aperture all the way down so I can get a full focus photo of that. That's nuts. That's definitely going in the Recoveries photo album. All right, so let's pull on in. And I'm thinking we'll probably just pull it out from the back bumper. I mean, we'll see if they've got a tow hitch back there, but I don't think this is going to be all that big of a deal in terms of a rescue as long as we can get them out of there. So let's back in, and we'll go ahead and get parked, and then now... Let's see what we've got here. All right, perfect. That's exactly where I need to be hooked up. And then now let's see. Is it trying to drive away? Yo, let's go then. Come on. No! Oh, crap. We snapped it off. Let's not do that. Come on, a little bit further. Little bit further. There we go. There we go. All right, we've got it out. Now, we just need to see if we can, let's see, we'll control the boom and get this thing raised up just a little. If it'll raise. There we go. It didn't want to raise for a minute. It was like not feeling it. It was like, yeah, I am not about that. All right, now let's ease you on down. I'm going to try and tighten up that winch cable as much as I possibly can to try to prevent that truck from, like, flying around. All right, so now that we've got it hooked up, really all we need to do... God, that looks so good. Like, a proper freaking recovery with a proper tow truck build. That's awesome. I am all about that. I am loving this setup, though. This setup came together so well. So freaking well. Oh, my God. Absolutely love the setup. All right. So let's get into the power and get this thing back to town. Now, once we get it back to town, obviously we're going to drop it off at the shop and let them figure out, you know, let them and the owner figure out what's going on with it. We're just here to get it back to town. So in order to get turned around, our only option is to go down here where the highway splits in the middle, and that basically comes into a 2-lane. And we got to turn around there, and then we'll head on back. We just got to make sure nobody's coming the other way or anything like that. Make our way a little bit further down now. And as long as... Oh, I love being able to use the mirrors for stuff like this, too. Because the mirrors are so highly detailed that you can use them to see the actual vehicle you're towing. All right, let's go and flip this around. Oh, you can see it back there. Oh, that's so wild. We're going to be able to make this? Just about. Just about. All right. Go ahead and open that steering wheel back up. Full send back to town. Come on. 6th, 7th. Oh, even with that weight back there, this thing rips. It's definitely not worried about having the weight of that Duramax behind it. Absolutely not. Yo, this thing's rolling, dude. Absolutely rolling. When you get this thing onto a highway up in 8th gear, it is not slow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, let's calm down. All right, whoa, easy. Let's calm it down. That was a little out of hand. All right, so 8th gear, I was wrong. 8th gear does not stay composed on pavement. 7th gear does, but the moment you get into 8th gear, the truck goes haywire. I think that's basically a SnowRunner physics system thing, because as we all basically know, SnowRunner's physics system gets very upset whenever you try to go above a certain speed on pavement, even with highway tires, by the way. And the weird thing is, you know, you would expect when playing games like, let's say, for example, American Trucking Simulator. American Truck Simulator allows you to, like, you can drive well over 100 miles an hour in American Truck Simulator, and the truck doesn't ice out, basically. In this game, when you get over basically a theoretical predetermined speed, which they pretty much won't tell you, the entire surface just ices out. And it completely turns to ice even when you have your grip maxed out for pavement grip. So I'm not quite sure why they designed the game that way. I imagine that it was designed as a way to speed limit the player because they didn't want the player driving over a certain speed. And I don't know if the developers felt like that would break the immersion or if that would just allow the player to complete objectives quicker than they wanted them to be able to. Either way, that to me just seems odd. It seems like an odd decision. It's like, if you're gonna have grip on pavement, like, and you're going down a 4-lane highway, and you get to, let's say, I don't know, 70 miles an hour, your vehicle is not just going to randomly let go and have the surface randomly and immediately turn to ice the second you cross 70 miles an hour. It's just not gonna happen. It's not how any element of real-world vehicle physics works. It's just not. See, on the back roads, though, the weird thing is, if you keep 1 or 2 tires over on the edge of the dirt, you can maintain grip. But the second you try to go all tires on pavement, grip is ice. It's so weird. And it's such an odd, like, I could understand it maybe, like, from a speed limiting perspective if it did that on every surface. But, like, you can go as fast as you want on dirt in this game, and the grip basically stays maintainable. It's maintainable, it's progressive, it's exactly where you kind of imagine that it would be when you're on dirt. But when you're on the pavement, it's like, oh, you're on pavement instead of dirt? Yeah, your grip is going to be cut down to like 10% of what it was on dirt, which is completely backwards of real life, because in real life, on pavement, obviously you've got that asphalt grip, but on dirt, you know, you're dealing with a loose surface. You're going to have a lot less friction and therefore a lot less grip. And so that's why you always see rally cars drifting all over the place. And it's kind of weird, like, not to say you can't slide or drift on pavement. I mean, you obviously can, but the threshold is going to be higher. Now, enough rambling on about grip. Let's pull on in to the garage area and let's drop this truck off and let the garage people sort it out. But we'll go ahead and drop it right here, and then we'll let them round up a bunch of their people and push it inside. All right, and let's see. So, control boom. Let's get it right on down, and then disconnect the winch. Now, we're gonna go ahead and turn the beacons off. We're gonna get this truck parked, and that is gonna conclude this recovery. Now, if you guys, once again, if you guys would like to see more recovery videos, especially realistic recovery videos in SnowRunner, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on, and I will see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later. I hope you guys enjoyed.